What's up, everybody? ArrgThePirate here, and today we're gonna play Hachiman in that ADC position. And guys, we have an awesome match, so I definitely had to show it off. Now, for that first 1500 gold, I've picked up Purification Beads, Chalice of Healing, building into Warrior Tabby, and that Hunter's Blessing. Then I'll build Warrior Tabby, Wind Demon, Poison Star, Deathbringer, Mollis, Quinn Size, and Potion of Physical Might, followed by Elixir of Power. So that kind of same typical build. Guys, crit's very strong right now. I've just had a ton of success with this crit build, and I like the way it feels, that attack speed. I'm just a big fan of this deck, so I've tried it out on a handful of heroes, and it works very well with Assassins and with your ADCs. I'm going to start switching it up, though, but we had a phenomenal match this game, so, like I said, definitely going to show it off. And, guys, hey, we get our first kill or an assist in the first few minutes of the match. It is awesome. We're going to go ahead and drop our Void buff for our support, which we do have a mage support, but hey, that's quite alright. And then we're going to rotate over to our red buff, but hey, I say, you know what, let's actually go ahead to mid. They look like they might need help, but nah, they got it. Everything's good in mid. We're going to go ahead and back up a little bit and take out this red buff. Now, after we pick up red buff, we just head back to our duo lane. Mid lane kind of, it calmed down. And, Thanatos as well as Athena are both here in this duo lane. So, they do have an actual support here now. I'm going to go ahead and just go in onto this Thanatos. We're able to take him out. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Athena. I don't know if she's just lagging very bad, but, hey, that's okay, I guess. I then use my charge, and we're actually able to stun her with that and take her out. Now, speaking of that, let's briefly go over Hachiman's abilities. Now, first we have Eagle Eye. Hachi toggles on this ability. Instead of firing basic attacks, he fires a series of arrows that do additional damage that fall off at long range. Each hit may trigger the item effect for basic attacks, and it can crit. So, it's just kind of a little self-buff. Next up, we have Sacred Banner. Now, this drops a banner down, and it just kind of does a little AoE damage, but it self-buffs. So, as long as that's up, you gain attack speed, and your allies who are close to that banner also get attack speed. Next, we have our Escape. I don't know how to... It's a Jetsu. I don't know how to say this word. We have our Sword Lunge. Now, we dash forward, damaging all enemies that we pass through. Upon reaching his destination, Hachiman swings his blade in a full circle, hitting all enemies in range. If you are hit by both attacks, the enemy god is stunned. So that's huge. We have a stun. And, it's kind of a mobile stun, so it's your escape as well. Next up, we have Mounted Archery. Hachiman jumps on his horse and charges forward. While mounted, he is immune to CC and can aim separately from the direction his horse is running. And then you can also launch an arrow at enemy gods within a cone in a certain direction. Lastly, we have our passive, Master of Arms. Hachiman grows stronger as he lands blows, hitting enemies with basic attack energizes Hachi, granting him stacks of MP5, stacking up to 5 times, and it lasts 8 seconds. So the more you hit people, the more, health regen you get. Absolutely huge. Now, guys, we're off to just a great start. We just elite Thanatos. And, Thanatos, being an assassin, he is a little later game hero. And since I have gotten decently fed so far, I'm hurting. Now, Raw does show up to this duo lane to, try his luck out. That's quite alright. If he pushes up, we'll go ahead and deal with him as well. Now, we do want to kind of play safe, and Athena charges in, so we're going to, do a little work on her. Now, this is clearly somebody that is learning a brand new hero, and, that's one thing, the matchmaking is definitely not new player friendly within Smite, but, is what it is. You have to play the game to learn it, I suppose. We're able to take out Athena again, guys, and, awesome. 4 kills, 4-0, we're having a great start. Just, less than 6 minutes into the game, it feels good. feels like I'm actually playing a carry, even though, you probably shouldn't be getting this many kills this early in the game as the carry. Now, Ra ends up leaving, so we're going to go ahead and shove this lane, and, the enemy team does, unfortunately, have a DC as well, but, is what it is, guys. I've had a ton of DCs lately, and I'm not sure if that's people leaving because they're upset, or, I'm not sure exactly why, but, is what it is. Ra is, he's kind of juking us a little bit, but we're going to head around. We end up, using that charge to go in, and, hey, we're going to be able to take out Ra here. He was juking a little bit, but we end up securing that kill, and, from here, let's go ahead and just push mid a little bit. Now, I'm just going to kind of shove this lane, and, then I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to go ahead and back. And then I see, Athena and Nike are both here in mid, so I want to stick around and kind of deal with that. Nike comes in to challenge me, then we're going to punish her for that, guys. Sure enough, we're able to take her out, and then, Athena's next, guys. Feels great. And we're coming online early in this game. We're 6-0-2. Oh, feels awesome. And let's just continue to push. Ra does get some great poke on me. And guys, mage poke hurts. Mage poke hurts so bad. And that's definitely, something that you have to be aware of. Even at these lower levels, mages just hurt so much. So I'm going to go ahead and back up. We do have our Aphrodite to, get a little heals on us. But, I'm going to leave it mid, go over to my lane. I don't want my tower to be down for nothing. And hopefully we'll be able to wrap this lane up, get it pushing in the right direction. And, maybe even back to base. We've got quite a bit of gold. It'd be nice to go back, start putting on some more power. Sure enough, once we get that lane pushing in the right direction, we're going to back up and put on Wind Demon. And guys, I really like Wind Demon. I probably need to try out some other cards, but I'm having a lot of fun with Wind Demon. Now, Ra is here, taking out our jungle. I go ahead and engage on him, and I'm going to stick with this Ra. I know that their Nike was right behind us, but I'm not too worried about him. I want to take out Ra, and sure enough, we end up getting that kill onto him. And then I'm going to rotate over. We're able to take out this Thor as well. Oh, feels awesome. 8-0, guys. 8-0. Guys, I want to get a godlike so bad. I haven't got one at this point, so I definitely want to get that godlike achievement. It'd just be awesome. So I'm starting to kind of get worried, but I need to chase kills. But that's what we're definitely gonna try for this game. We do have a DC of our own, so we're kind of even on that aspect. But we just have to play safe. I'm gonna head over to our solo lane, get that set. Get that pushing in the right direction. Guys, once you're down an objective, make sure to leave. Make sure to back up out of that objective. There's no reason to stay because the enemy's just going to collapse on you. So make sure to leave once you down that objective and, head over to one of your other lanes and get it set pushing in the right direction. Now, after handling that solo lane, we're going to rotate over to mid, and I see there's a huge enemy presence here, and, we have to be careful. The way we went in like that was not a smart choice, but, I'm feeling kind of confident since I'm pretty fed, and you can see the enemy team is coming in staggered like this. We're able to take them out. We have no health at all, though, and, we have to be very careful, and almost got prevented that hero from backing, or that god from backing. I don't even know who it was. I almost got them from backing, but we weren't able to. We somehow managed to survive that just onslaught. That was a terrible way of going into the fight. The only reason I was able to do that is because I am pretty fed at this point. But going into that fight the way I went is just a terrible idea. And you see, we were able to prevent some damage to the tower, and, it ended up working out in our favor, but we almost died for pretty much nothing. There was no point in me doing that. So, guys, going into a tower that way is never a good option, especially playing that ADC role. You want to kind of come in from the safe side. You know, it takes a little bit longer to do, but just go around. Don't go straight into the tower that way, because really a tower, it's not just a safe place. It might provide just a small amount of protection, but it's definitely not safe. Now, it looked like my team was getting ready to go for Gold Fury, and then we see Raw show up. We delete Raw. we're able to take Raw out, and then Athena's here as well. She doesn't stand a chance. We take her out, no problem at all. And from here, I'm actually going to head to the solo lane to get it pushing. Now, one reason I'm doing this is because, you know, we had two of them down just then, and then they also have that DC. So I am definitely kind of using that to my advantage, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to down this tower before, you know, we have anybody kind of show up. You know, with them having a DC, there's no sense in playing a killing game. You know, let's go ahead and try to win this match. Let's down these objectives and just kind of be done with it. Now, Raw does head over, but he's just a little bit too late to help save that tower. We're able to just delete him, guys. we're putting out work, and you know, we finally get our godlike. Oh, feels awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. And then from here, I'm gonna head over to actually take out the red buff for the enemy team. The rest of their team's right here, so we're gonna have to juke around, play as careful as we can. We end up picking up that Athena. We end up picking up Nike, and then Thor's here, so we gotta just play super careful. He missed that ult. We're gonna go ahead and, you know, kind of poke at him a little bit, but hey, let's go ahead and back up. We probably could have taken him out, but I did not want to risk our Aphrodite going down to, you know, ensure that we got that kill. So, you know, hey, let's just back up. Let's try to end this match. I'm going to go ahead and back, and I actually finish off that Poison Star, and then I'm going to start building into some crit, you know, one of Deathbringer, and, you know, just start building into a crit item. And sure enough, we head over to mid lane. You know, we got some action going down in mid lane, and Nike's here. Hopefully, we can take her out or him out. I don't know. Is Nike a boy or a girl? Well, they're a god. I don't know if they even have a sex, but hey, we're gonna get this lane shoved in the right direction. I was gonna attempt to go in on to Nike, but I go ahead and just let her back off, and then, you know, we're just kind of waiting for this minion train to show up, and we're gonna down this tower. Hopefully, we should be able to pick up this tower, you know, pretty uncontested, and then, you know, kind of look elsewhere to, you know, just keep pushing these objectives. At this point in the match, guys, we're pretty fed. We have a significant advantage, but the enemy team ends up surrendering. At least they let me get my godlike, guys. Oh, I'm so happy I got my godlike. This is my first godlike, and hey, finally we can check that off the list, guys. Well, guys, this is going to wrap it up for this Hachiman, guys. I just wanted to show off. I got my godlike. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Oh, feels awesome. Well, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, show me some love. Leave me a comment. Think about subscribing. Add me on Smite, guys. I'd love to play with y'all. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.